looking for a way to change your life. You could not do this on your own. All the ways you wish you could be, that's me. Look like you want to look, fuck like you want to fuck. I am smart, capable, and most importantly, I'm pretty in all the ways you are not.
Hello, hi, and welcome, folks. My name is RPJ, and this is Johnathan Steele. How are you? How you doing? What's up? What's going on with you? Me, I'm swell. This will also be on RPJ Communications. That's going to be, I want you guys to find that channel, and that's going to be one of the channels that I will be doing real news underneath that channel, underneath that heading. So it'll be RPJ Communications. That will be a second company, a second business of mine that I will be looking to branch out and do other real life things like this, like real interviews with one of my friends, a voice for the inner voice of women for many years. Her name is Alexyss K. Tylor. Hello, Alexyss. Say something to the audience.
Hey, thank you for having me, RPJ. It's a pleasure to be here. Hello, everybody.
Well, it was a pleasure having you. I'm sorry that we haven't talked as much lately, but as you know, I'm a friend of yours and a fan of yours, and I want to definitely have someone of your status on with me. And I understand that there's some big things happening towards the end of the summer for your dad. And for those who don't know about Alexyss K. Tylor's father, the great and legendary Jackie Wilson is her father. So for those who didn't know, so Alexyss, what's going on with your father this summer?
You know what? First, I wanted to say something, RPJ, because I saw, and this is my fault, because this is what I had said about how I was born, and it was based on what my mother had always used as a weapon to hurt me and attack me from the time I was a little girl. Because I've always known who my father was up until about 7-8 years ago when I started my show. My mother always called me a rape baby. My mother always said that I was not wanted, that my father wanted me, but that she did not want me. And so I went out in the public and actually said that was how I was brought to this planet. That's how I was conceived. However, I have had the pleasure, since I've been public and doing the Alexyss K. Tylor Vagina Power Show, of having people from my father's family look at me and see how much I look like my father, Jackie Wilson, and actually reach out to me, and I started talking to them. And I found things out about my father and about my mother that my mother had lied about and never told me. So I'm going to do a video of my own as well. I have to retract that to say that I was a rape baby, because now I know how my mother is, and I know what a liar she is, and how much it's sad that I found out much more truth about my life, my mother's life, and my father's life from strangers, as opposed to getting it from my mother. I always begged my mother to tell me. It's like once I started hearing these things, RPJ, I would go back and try to confirm them with my mother, and she may answer one question, but then immediately shut me down and turn away, so that I couldn't really get clarity. And I actually told her a couple years ago, you know what, from what you're saying and from what I'm finding out, I don't believe that my father raped you. And seeing now, actually talking to women that had relationships with my father, I mean, actually ate with him, slept with him, walked with him, talked to his lovers, as well as his family members, I know that my father did not rape my mother, because I heard I don't want to call her a woman, I would say a female that has never met me, doesn't know me, but went over to other blog sites reading what other people said about me. But that is true when she said, oh, but Alexyss is the product of rape. That's why she has this problem, that problem, because she's the product of rape. I did initially. I was the first one that said that and put that in for public. That was about 8 years ago, 7, 8 years ago. And when I heard that, and I said, let me correct that as soon as I can. I will not identify myself as a raped child or raped baby. That's not who I am and what I am as a woman, as a being, as a spirit, as an individual that has come here to manifest a destiny and also honor my father and honor my ancestors. So I wanted to clear that up, RPJ, because I am the one, although I heard it, and people around my circle and my family had heard that same story, and that's all I heard. I'm the one that took it to the public. And at this time, this is the first place I want to retract it, because now I know it's not true.
Oh, wow. Me knowing some things about you and how you grew up and your life, it's amazing that you have so much strength, mental toughness. It must have took you a bit to become the woman that you are now. How does one overcome such obstacles as how you grew up? How do you overcome that?
It's an ongoing process. I'm still not completely over it, because a lot of people will tell you they were just abused as children, and then once they got old enough to get away, the abuse was over. This has continued up until this year, where my mother was a constant presence in my life, and she wanted to constantly be around and create a lot of drama and a lot of misery. So that's what makes it more difficult when you have a parent that follows you throughout your adult life and they want to make every effort to destroy you. That's what makes it more difficult to heal from those types of scenarios. So I had to make a decision, because I realized that I was a little girl inside really wanting my mother still. A part of me still wanted my mother. And when women do that with their mothers that have been very cruel to them, and they didn't really know them, and they continue to have them in their lives as adults, even though they might not be admitting it, or subliminally they may know that that little girl inside of them still wants their mom's love, still wants to suck her breast, still wants that nurturing and acceptance from the most important woman in the world in that little girl's mind, because she gave birth to her. She brought her to the planet. So sometimes the time for healing and the evolution of the soul cannot be measured in linear time. Many times it's emotional, it's psychological, it's cosmic, it's ancestral, especially if you look at that woman's life and you see that not only did she have problems with her mom, but her mom had problems with her mom and her mom's mom. When you see that it's a generational curse, this trauma has moved through it like epigenetics, then you have to realize that that person is the only one that can pull the plug, the energetic cord, the chakra cord. You have to pull the plug on it and actually start to reverse the curse off of your life when you see the mother's not going to change. So I'm not completely over everything, because I let it go on for so long, and I tried to understand it, and I kept trying to give her chances. But I have to constantly work on myself, RPJ, and really, because you know what? A lot of women that I have met, and I'm even having drama with up to this point, like still being harassed by women, having my son be harassed by women that we don't even know, lie on me, try to destroy my reputation, try to destroy everything I've built. These women remind me of my mother. The same energy, the same psychosis, the same psychosomatic ills, the same narcissism, the same compulsive liars. They remind me of her, because that's exactly how she is.
Well, finally on this topic, I like you, I've had some issues with my own family, my own mother and father. At this point in time, I kind of keep them at arm's length. Like, I don't let them get into me emotionally. and I'm pretty closed off emotionally towards them. I'm not an open wound anymore. So that's how I handle them going forward. So tell me what you're going to be doing.
Oh, I already backed up emotionally, but you know, RPJ, I'm not gonna get into it too deeply, but you know what? I realized that, and I think a lot of us didn't know it, and we're starting to realize that a lot of women in the Black community, minorities period, have unrecognized mental illnesses. A lot of our mothers are mentally ill for a lot of different reasons. Some of it may have a genetic link, as well as other environmental experiences and circumstances that led to the psychosis. So when you see that somebody has a mental problem, in a lot of ways, that automatically absolves them of responsibility. Because they're really living in a reality, although false to us, it's very real to them. So when they hurt us or violate us in some type of way, and they're acting from a place of living in as being delusional or an illusion because of the mental illness, they're not really accountable. You can rationalize with them all day, RPJ, and they're not gonna get it. So yeah, I see what's going on, and I'm pulling away emotionally, but psychologically, I'm still watching the situation because I'm still seeing things evolve. I'm still seeing the shift, and I'm realizing the whole family is fucked up. It takes a whole family to support abuse of children or anyone else, because many times the family knows it and they keep it quiet, or the group or the community is just as mentally ill as the abuser, keeping this abuse on the innocent child that grows up to be very heartbroken, and then having all these emotional things to work through while you're trying to find your own self, your own identity. So yeah, I agree with you to pull back emotionally, but I'm still learning so much from that whole family dynamic, and it's helping me to actually go to another level in my work and to teach about it.
You did mention earlier that, because even I found some stuff out through the grapevine, people dropping off little hints, you know, back and forth nonsense, because they were mentioning something about your hair and hair products, and I don't understand what the big hubbub is all about. I think from what I heard, that people are questioning whether it's your hair or not, and I think that's silly. If they just look at certain pictures, you can see your root, you can see your scalp, and you can see your hair. I don't understand why people are saying such nonsense, and what do you have to say about that?
Well, I would like proof, because if I'm a liar, I would like proof. People that have done my hair, I haven't had very many people do my hair, but the people that have done my hair see that I have a lot of hair. I don't need a relaxer. I don't do blow dry anymore. I don't do high curls. When you go back to the beginning of my show, Alexyss K, Tylor, Vagina Power, in 2006 and 2007, you see I always wore a long ponytail, and you could see the wavy texture of my hair. I didn't do anything to it because I didn't know how to take care of my hair at the time. So I always pulled back. Even as a child, I always had long hair. So I would like for people that have actually met me, RPJ, I would like for beauticians that have actually sat and parted my hair that they said I don't have, to come forward and tell everybody.
But Alexyss, just looking at not just a few pictures, a lot of your pictures, you can see your scalp. I mean, what are people talking about? That doesn't make any sense, what they're saying.
Well, what I did say was, like, when I have my hair blow dried, that's not a relaxer. That's basically it got straightened by blow drying and hot curling it. So my hair is not of a kinky, very coarse and thick texture. My hair is softer, and it grows out straight and it starts to wave, as you can see when it's wet. And I have my products on it, my black gold oil and my buttercream. That's all, shea butter cream. That's it. And it waves up when I wet it, and then I put the butter and the oil on it to seal it, and then just twist it up. However, when I want to wear a straight style, I will put 2 tracks in it. I haven't done that in a few years, but I would get only 2 tracks of human hair, like human Indian hair that matches the same texture of my hair, sewn around the sides of my head. Just 2 tracks. So I don't know if you know what 2 tracks look like, RPJ, but 2 tracks would not cover my whole head. What I would have to do, for people that know, is get my whole head braided all the way down and then have a full sew-in of weave. That way you couldn't see me throw my head and then see my scalp. Like, I don't know if you saw that video I did called Do the White Girl, where I was saying I love the way the white girls swing on the pole and shake their hair and they're really sexy and swirl their head around. I did that, and I saw a lady that's never met me, don't know me, she's going by gossip, and said that that was a full lace front wig. It couldn't have been a lace front wig, like you said, because the way my hair moved, and when I threw my head backwards and forward, you saw my hair fall in place and you saw my scalp. I had 2, in that video, Do the White Girl, I had 2 tracks sewn around the sides of my head to go around the back to make my hair look thicker and fuller, not longer. It matched the length. That's all. So what, 90%, 90% of that hair is mine because I only got 2 tracks, so it makes 10% of additional hair. There's no way that could be a full lace front with 2 tracks sewn in, which means basically, RPJ, you take 2 braids. This is what she did. She went around the side of my head, part of my hair, put 2 cornrow braids in it, braided them to the back, tied them together, and then put 2 tracks on top. That's literally how small the amount of hair that 2 tracks is, that put on 2 braids. And she said this, and like you said a picture of my hair in the back. I'll take 2 pictures, I have it in ponytail. I don't wear weave sometimes or a lace front sometimes because I have to. I wear it because I want to. It's protected for me. I refuse to hot curl my hair anymore. I refuse to blow dry it, to straighten it. Whenever I have to do appearances or do videos or travel or do TV, I will. I don't care if anybody says, I will have a lace front on. I will protect my hair from the harsh light, the heat. I protect it from the cold in the winter, the rain. That's what I'm going to do. Now, when I first started my show, I didn't do that. But now I realize my hair is really delicate. So RPJ, for protective purposes, I wouldn't. Do you realize when I'm out almost every day in Atlanta, people run up to me that know me and ask me for photographs. Now, if I was really bald-headed and pretended to have the hair that they say I don't have, people that take pictures with me in Atlanta would be talking about it. I literally have my hair in ponytails and a scarf, so they can see my scalp. They see my ponytails hanging down close to my waist, and that's not a ponytail weave. It's not a ponytail wig. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to address anymore, RPJ, because I just rather people that know me and that have seen me come forward and say that I'm a liar and that my hair is not naturally straight and wavy, that it lays and that it's long. If you haven't met me and you haven't seen my hair, to say this in public, I'm not going to address it, RPJ.
Right. I think that's a lot of, as I've been noticing and paying attention lately, I just think that there's a lot of jealousy with black women, with other black women, and I try to tell everyone, everybody I see, that there's many different grades and shades and genetic codes of black. I mean, it's not all one way or the other. I mean, a lot of people would be surprised to know that I'm part Sioux Indian. I mean, only very few people can probably see that in me.
So look at your face. You can look at your face and tell. And I have a sister who has the same hair like me, RPJ, but she cuts her hair off. I think if I can find a picture of her and her hair wet, I'll show it to you. My mother has the same hair. My grandmother has the same hair because my mother's part white and Native American because her father's half white and half Native American. So my grandmother, which is my mother's grandmother, my great-grandmother, when she died, they pulled her hair from her back when she was laying in the casket and had it laying on her side. And that's just the way that it is.
Right.
I mean, I'm not such a big of a liar and so trying to be something that I'm not, that I sit up and bleach, like they said, all day, and that I lie lie about hair and that I don't really have no hair and it's all a lace front. RPJ, come on, because I'm too public.
Right.
There's too many people that run into me in Atlanta. I don't even know I'm going to see them. I'll be in the grocery store. I'll be in Walmart. You know, I'll be in a restaurant. They're like, oh my God, are you? I'm like, Alexyss K, Tylor, vagina power. Yes! Give me the phone. And they just grab me and start taking pics.
Right.
So if I'm such a fake, bald-headed bitch, why hasn't any of these people that run into me almost every day in Atlanta posted the pic that they took with me saying she has no hair? It never happened. Because I do have hair. Natural, long, straight, wavy hair, and I can't help it. I'm sorry. So I just rather the people that are saying it, that saw me in person, that actually touched my hair, saw my hair, and can prove that I'm lying, I'd rather them make videos.
Right. There's a lot of jealousies, and I think this is a bunch of silly talk. But I do understand that your hair products have helped you and aid you in your hair. So, let's talk about that. Talk about your hair products.
I do. That's all I use, my Alexyss K Tylor products, because a lot of women know what I'm getting ready to say. But I had to stop going to salons because every time I would go to salons, a lot of people would, especially women, if they don't have the same type of texture that you do and your hair is longer than theirs, a lot of times they will tell you you need to get your ends trimmed, and it ends up being a 5 and 6 inch trim, and you get up fucking bald or close to bald. Half your hair is gone, or they will deliberately put a relaxer in it too strong, so it's all out in the shampoo bowl. I've had things like that happen to me. Or blow dry it, over curl it, and then just try it out to the point that it's damaged, dead, and it just breaks off every time you comb it. So I had to learn how to take care of my hair and how to accept my texture and work with the texture instead of trying to move against it and make it be something that it's not. So if I want a straight style, I'll just get a straight lace front. I'm not going to fry the hell out of my hair to get the waves out. I just respect and appreciate what I have. And so I had to learn how to make products to complement it and help me take care of and work with the texture. So that's all I use is Alexyss K Tylor products, and I've had a lot of people use them, and nobody told me that I hurt them or that their hair fell out, or if they had any problems from trusting me enough to custom blend something for them.
How can people find your products? You have a website for that?
Yeah, AlexyssKTylor.net, and they can contact me directly at AlexyssKTylorVP@gmail.com. But I'm sorry because you asked me a question initially, and I wanted to clarify before I get into it. Yes, my father is the late great Mr. Excitement, Jackie Wilson, and he is still making history. In 2016, August 20th, 2016. In Detroit, he will have a street naming ceremony. There will be a street named after him. I posted on my Facebook page, Jackie Wilson Lane. And then the next day, August 21st, 2016, there will be a R&B Hall of Fame induction ceremony. My father will be inducted again into the R&B Hall of Fame, along with a lot of other celebrities that are going to be inducted that same day and that are going to be there. So it's going to be a Jackie Wilson weekend where there's two powerful and historic ceremonies taking place for him. I'm just so honored and I'm so excited. And I'm also working on new music. I'm going to be singing one of his songs.
Oh, excellent.
And I'm working on that really hard. St. Teresa. It's absolutely beautiful, and I just work every day so I can make him proud. I just feel like I can't, reach his level and sing it like him, but I'm damn sure gonna try. We'll get real close. And I'm gonna for you to see it before August.
Yeah, people would be surprised to know that you have a great singing voice. I came to find that out just recently, so people will be surprised that you can sing a little bit.
Yeah, I want to honor my father because I got my voice from him and got my look from him and a lot of abilities from him. So I feel obligated to honor my ancestor and pay it back. you know,
Excellent.
to just walk and live this life and die and have those gifts inside of me. I can't do that anymore. I had a lot of issues with stage fright and like, oh, okay, people don't like it, they're not gonna like it, oh God, but, you know, and just talking myself out of it all this time. Now, I'm just not gonna worry about what people think because I'm doing it for my father. So they don't have to like it. That's all that matters is that my father knows I'm doing it for him.
Right, that's very good. That's excellent. That's excellent. What not so excellent is the ongoing harassment against mostly your son as of late, but as you early on. You want to talk about the harassment that's going on?
Harassed. RPJ, I'm still being harassed about my son. You know, the same woman that says that this is her husband, this is the love of her life. When he gets out, he's supposed to be marrying her and having children with her. She's still living here in Atlanta. She still has this belief that my son is her husband and they're going to get together and have children. And she called me, you know, I had a conversation with her, had several conversations with her the past few weeks. I see that she had basically been using my son's images and videos since last year. I'm really not going to go back and forth with her about it. I feel like if somebody wants to make my son popular and keep his memory in the public until this issue is resolved and he can start working again, whatever, no big deal, as long as they're not making money off of it. It's so petty to me, RPJ. I got so much going on that I'm not going to sit up and fight somebody about an image or about a copyright claim, because then I'm giving you energy and I'm going back and forth engaging you on some dumb shit, and you don't really know me like that, and I'm not even on that level. I'm way above this. I'm not going to reduce myself. I'm not going to embarrass my father, you know, and his legacy gets caught up in this shit, because now that a lot of people know me and know who I am and who he is, I'm not going to tie my father's legacy up in some dumb shit, you know, with some dumb bitches on some fantastic voyage ass shit. So I'm going to let them have that. They can constantly put my son's videos up there. They can put mine up there. They can constantly say degrading lies and fucked up shit about me and say fucked up shit about my son and blame me for my son being in jail. I'm going to let all of that ride because I'm not petty like that. And if this my hair and this ain't my hair and I'm a bleacher and all my hair belongs to a goddamn lace front. That shit is dumb shit. But what bothers me is that she calls me. And a couple of days ago, she called me and accused me of conspiring with two white women to attack her children. That one of the white women, and you know who I'm talking about, I ain't gonna say no name. One of the white women wants to cut her children's throat. That one of the white women is going with my son to the Nero Red in jail right now. That the white woman is coming to Atlanta in May this month to go to the jail to visit my son because my son wants to be with her. My son's been having conversations with her. You know, they're lovers. They're going to be loved. RPJ, this shit is some made-up bullshit. This shit never happened. I never talked to these white women about anything like that. The white women never talked to me about anything like that. They're not neither one of these white girls are interested in talking to my son, known as the Nero Red. They have never spoken to my son, RPJ, on the phone, or email, in person, or anywhere else, and they're not making plans to do it. I don't know why they sit up and make up shit. That's fine if you make it up, RPJ. But then on top, you want to bring it to me and say, oh, you played me. I have the voicemail. I'm going to let you listen to it. You used me and you've been with these two white women and they dangerous and they making a fool. RPJ, you know what I've been doing.
Right.
I ain't been hanging with no white girls or none of these bitches and the shit they say. And you see, I don't even address it. I don't even do videos. I don't get on Facebook and address it. I'm too busy with my own, like, more important historic ass shit going on. I don't give a fuck who my son fuck, but at this time, he's incarcerated. So how's he fucking stuck in and planning to get with and business any goddamn body? This shit is so stupid, and I told her, don't call me. It was early Sunday morning, she called me with this shit and leaving voicemails. The shit ain't even true, and she wants me to tell her, is it true or is it not? And I'm just like, this shit is, don't call me with this dumb shit. Right. If you want to sit up and listen to rumors, you go with it. But from now on, if you want to If you want to send him money, if you want to send him care packages, if you want to visit him, you do that with him. He's a grown man, you're a grown woman. Leave me out of this dumb shit. Every few days, RPJ, I'm being called, I'm accused of conspiring and plotting and cutting your children's throat and whooping your ass. I don't have anything to do with this shit.
I'm so sorry you have to deal with the delusions and like you said earlier, I mean, there's a lot of mental illnesses going on. There's a lot of, there's the big incest in a lot of these communities from which these people grow from, and in today's present environment, there's a lot of mentally ill blacks. A lot of mentally ill people in America, but especially in the black community, poor black communities, there just seems to be a breakout, a pandemic of mental illness in the black community, and I am so sorry that you have to deal with such delusions and such psychological issues and disorders. As you know, we've been trying.
Hey, so you're hearing this message, RPJ. She's saying that the two white women called her and told her that I gave them her address and something that she said that I said with them or I'm plotting with them on her. I don't believe these two white girls said that. Why, RPJ? Because I didn't do that. No. But I wasn't going to justify it to her because I had just talked to her, Thursday. And then she texted me Friday, oh, I can't breathe. I just heard that De Niro and this white girl they've been together. They've been talking. RPJ, how the fuck he get with anybody?
Right. It's bizarre. It's
talking to anybody.
It's a bizarre mentality. It's just that this person we know it's completely off the reservation. They're not even they can't even think in this world. They are somewhere else, and it's a damn shame that this woman is actually the leader of children. I have no idea why she gets to such delusions, but this is what it is. And unfortunately, you giving her a glimmer of hope by actually responding to her death. I mean, it will give her a glimmer of hope and make her psychosis, her anxieties go through the roof when things fall apart, and things are already going to be falling apart, and she will have a definite reaction to all of this stuff happening. And when your son is available and turns his back on her, finally she will have a reaction because of you giving her a little bit of glimmer of hope. But it's not your fault. It's her with the psychosis and anxieties. So it's not your fault.
Yeah, because I'm not making any promises to her, and I'm not asking her to do anything for me. She hasn't given me anything. Like someone told me, she said in the video the other day, she did this for me and gave this for me. Yeah, she put some videos up for me, and I asked her to take those down. And then she went crazy and put all these videos of my son and the work we did together, and Jan went and set up a Google store and said she was going to take the money from selling my son's music and hold some of it. She's like, I can either hold it from jail and give it to him when he gets out, or I can give it to him. And I'm just like, no, you can play, if you want to put his videos up, fine. I just don't have the strength, but I'm not going to fight anybody. Like I said, I don't care who puts his videos up. All y'all can put them up. All y'all can put his pictures up. It doesn't hurt me at all.
Right.
Go ahead. That just keeps them circulating. That's how I feel about it at this point. It just keeps them circulating. People, I think my fans that have called me though and said, hey, I just want to let you know, Jamila put his videos up. Jamila has a picture over here. Right. Jamila saying that you gave her permission to do this. Jamila said she has copyright to do this. And I asked her, why are you saying that you do not have any copyrights to do my stuff? I did not tell you to put his video there where I did not tell you to set up a Google store and make money for him. I don't need her to make any money for my son. I own the copyright to the music. I own the copyright to the images. I own not only the music that you hear playing, RPJ, but I also own the recording along with my son. We're partners in it. I can do what I want. I know how to make money off of this stuff. I know how to create products from it. I don't need her help. But she said that I told her to do this for me. I'm not even trying to do that at this time. It's just ridiculous. The stuff my fans are coming to tell me that she's saying, and I asked her a few days ago to stop it. It's like, RPG, I'm not trying to give her hope. I'm just really trying to be an adult about this. I'm trying to be calm about this. I'm not going to argue with her. I'm not going to argue with any of these bitches. Because it's just too much. I got too much going on in a totally another direction. That's why you don't see me clowning with these hoes. They up there clowning and saying this about me and that about me. And as you can see, I mean, it's just like, I'm like Jay-Z, dust your shoulder off. I'm just, because these people, they not even in my circle. This little black circle they got, this nigga circle, I ain't a nigga. I ain't in your black circle, and I was never friends with none of y'all. I never met none of y'all in person. We never got down like that. So I'm not, you're not hurting my feelings by the stuff you say. I'm basically letting them have at it. You keeping my name alive too. You keeping me in circulation too. You making people curious about me too. And when they hear my name, they go check me out. They see I'm not what you said. And I end up getting new fans. So, I'm gonna let the haters hate. But this RPJ, I was not trying to give her hope that my son was going to marry her and have children with her. I just was really trying to see how she was thinking and trying to see, can we have a peaceful resolution to this? Because I'm just not going to get in a fucking cat fight, especially when I ain't getting into you. I don't owe you anything. I don't know you. You came into my world. You came into my son's world. So that's why I told her at this point, you don't say anything to me anymore. You contact my son. See, I already know how that's going to go. Because when my son knows that somebody has fucked me over and is bad-mouthing me, he's not going to give her the time of day. It's just not going to happen.
Right. Of course not. Well, I know that you're very, very busy with all the projects that's going on in your life. Your hair, if you want to give your website again about your hair, please do so now.
It's alexysktylor.net. They can contact me at alexysktylorvp@gmail.com because I do free consultations with people. Since everybody has different textures and different issues, they usually talk with me first and let me see pictures of their hair even and tell me what's going on. Because anything going on with the hair is also a symptom of something going on with the body, the mind, and the spirit. So they can also contact me directly if they want to talk to me at alexysktylorvp@gmail.com.
And what's going on? This is a big summer again for your father. He's being honored in 2 places. Talk about that.
Yeah, he's still running for 2 events. He has a whole weekend in August 20th and 21st. August 20th, he's going to have a street naming ceremony. A street will be named after him in Detroit. And August 21st, there will be an R&B Hall of Fame induction. My father will be inducted again into the R&B Hall of Fame. He was already inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Now for the second time he's going to be inducted. Yes, he was inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Now he's being inducted again into the R&B Hall of Fame in Detroit, and I will be there.
Excellent. And what about you? When are you going to be back on stage or back in doing your thing? I mean, I see you getting yourself ready. So when are you going to be up and running?
I'm thinking about it, about doing something in Detroit. At first I said I was definitely going to do a show there, a Giant Power show. And then I kind of thought about it. I'm like, I'm not sure. I just need to be there to honor my father and then take my ass home. But now I think maybe a mini look. I mean, because it's about him.
Right.
I wasn't going to do it on the same day, of course, of his ceremonies. I didn't want to, tie that in, but now I kind of think there may be a small meet and greet that if my fans are there and they want to be with me and they want to get some product. So I'm still thinking about it. I'm going to let you know. I still got, maybe a month or 2 to decide formally, and then I'm going to announce the when and where in Detroit so we can hang out a little bit.
Okay, please let me know.
They're invited, but they're also, they're also invited to the street naming. They're invited to the R&B Hall of Fame induction. I think there are tickets that you're going to go to the Hall of Fame induction on August 21st. I think the public's invited. I'll make sure, do another video and let everybody know so they can buy their ticket and they can sit in there and see everything that's going on and the stars being inducted. And I think the public is also welcome to my father's street naming. So if they want to come, I just hope they don't bring no bullshit because RPJ, I don't know if you know, but baby, they don't play that in the deep.
I think I'm actually aware of that. They don't play those little kid games that out there. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they ain't finna let nobody fuck with me.
No.
So if they plan on doing some bullshit like that, baby, don't come to the D with it.
Definitely not. Definitely, Alexyss, let me know what's going on with you. I'll gladly promote you in any way, shape, or form. I'm glad that you and I are good friends. And I'll do better to keep in touch with you going forward. And you know, I'm really thankful that you did this interview with me. And you know, I care about you. I think that you're a great woman, and you have a lot of strengths, and you have a lot of hair, and which is silly that people would talk about it, that you can see your scalp there. It's so stupid. I see your scalp. I mean, it's a stupid thing to say. But anyway, I'm really happy that you're doing well, and I'm happy that you are.
Happy day. It ain't her. It ain't her. It ain't her. I'm telling you, it ain't her.
This is silly shit.
That was the Reginald P. Jones Show, and he was RPJ.